Okay, Namaskaram, my dear friends, I'm back again. Today, I'm going to talk about the community that has supported me to this spiritual journey in Sadhana. Where I am right now, there's not a lot, or I probably have not found a community of the copper ring wearers. You know, those have been initiated by Sadhguru. Basically, Sadhguru followers. I have not found anyone in my community, or I have not even tried to look for. I should. Good point. But let me share with you all the community I am with right now. It's a Catholic community. And the last episode, I was talking about questioning this life, where it's going, in all these, the troubles and the drama. To enumerate the question, basically it's, where do I go from here? Why does being a mother or motherhood feels like I'm stuck? Will I ever have the time to ever create something? Because I really want to be an architect. And how will the future look like? And the Catholic community came to the rescue. I was born a Catholic, and my partner is going to the Catholic Church, and I go with him to support him in everything that he does. And because my daughter is also being homeschooled, there's a homeschool community within the Catholic Church. So I've been involved with a lot of groups. And with how communities are, like really good communities, there's communion, you get to share with them your thoughts, your troubles. And they're there, at least for me, they've been there to give me some peace, some solace, answering my questions. And what's nice about the community is there are a lot of similarities to what Sadhguru preaches and teaches. This community is very, very inclusive. No matter your race, no matter your religion, your culture, ethnic background, it does not matter. They tend to accept you with open arms. And so far, the community have had a lot of retreats, a lot of gatherings. There's a gala coming up soon, and a lot of ministries and fellowships that are happening within a week, within a month. There's really a lot of activities. Sometimes these activities can be really distracting instead of me having to focus or think about what I need to do within my spiritual journey. But what's so wonderful about the community is it tends to pull me out from the trenches, from the rut of psychological drama, and somehow puts me back in place. And I think it's my responsibility now to figure out which ones are distraction and which ones are actually putting me on the path to move forward. And I'm not saying that the individuals that comprise the community are all perfect, that they're all saints. Everyone, like all of us, we all have our flaws, we all have our karma we need to work on. But the power of the community is really strong. When these people come together, I really sense some divine intervention. Or once these people work together, my God, they move mountains. Very amazing, this community I have been involved with. And I have mentioned of the similarities of teaching, like what Sadhguru used to say, see things just the way they are. The last homily from the Mass last Sunday was all about seeing things the way they are too. Not exaggerated, either higher or lower, but just the way it is, so you know how to handle the situation. Very interesting, huh? Of course, the inclusiveness, without judgment or prejudice, having the grace to include despite differences. And this is not necessarily acting like a doormat or a pushover, but having that discernment, consciousness to know what to do. There's this interesting story that one of our friends have told us about a priest who had a tragic death. So this priest was, evangelizing. That's the word they use to bring people back to God again by spreading the word or being inclusive, helping, acts of charity. So he was in communion with a person that actually just got out of prison, and the person murdered the priest. And it kind of reminded me of the story that Sadhguru had said, that there was a monk walking around, a village asking alms for food, and he came into this house, and the lady of the house have expressed that she deeply loved the monk's eyes, and the monk took his eyes out and offered it to the lady of the house. And similar to the priest, they were giving up everything that they have to what they think was the right thing to do. Sorry about that. I had to go out and come back. I had to go off because my daughter came back and she was crying because they were out learning the bike and she kind of fell. There was not a lot of scratches, but it was her first time falling, so she cried. Huh. Motherhood. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to where I left off. I think the example of the priest and the monk, I don't think it's necessarily mindlessly sacrificing yourself for people's wants, but more so an obliteration of the self and the absolute giving up of everything that is within you towards a purpose. And it can look differently in every individual. And I bow to these two examples. And I think, in this day and age, it's about consciously having to remind ourselves that we do have a goal. For me, it's liberation, enlightenment. And with the tools that Sadhguru has given me, I think I need to work on my well-being to be able to last through the journey. And through the process, hopefully obliterate the self as well. Like the dichotomy, merging it into one. Not a disregard of the self, but the dissolution of the self. But to be conscious too of taking care of the individual's, this body's well-being to last through the journey. And yes, we're all striving to expand, to be bigger than ourselves, to be in union with the divine, to be one with the Creator, cosmic intelligence, God, whatever we may call it. We call it different things. But what's common is the acknowledgement. That something greater than us is there, the source of everything. So the community I am with right now, I think they're doing the same things, same goals, only a little bit different, as they are doing things that is needed and in ways they know how, like we all are. And for them, it's in the communion amongst people to connect with everyone as much as possible. Yoga. Namaskaram. So yes, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for all your sharings, your questions, everything. I do appreciate all of them, as always. And thank you to our Sadhguruji for lighting our paths and guiding us through this journey. Until next time, y'all. Bye. Mwah.